Yes, I'd just like to say that it's all natural stuff being used. It's not cement, it's not buildings being put up there, it's natural, it's logs, it's trees being used.
Trees being used?
Tom Smith, Ward 2 resident, Cycle Club Brantford, and president of the Brantford Firefighters Association. I'm going to touch on quite a few opinions about this, but I love the spot, it's great, and I think it should be there. It puts a little shine on the jewel of that area. Coming from Grant County, which I grew up in, on a large farm, looking at 1.1% of a 200-acre plot, I've seen a lot more than that paved under over my lifetime. This is going to be respected. Bikers going to come in there. They're going to drive out anything that's bad in there. I've been in there for bonfires on the fire side of things, looking for lots of stuff. And even if this little club of 60, 70 members could have the money to increase it, you would be looking at 2% of 200 acres. It's a great spot. It's a great way to draw people down in to have a look at what you've got there in such a lovely little area. What I really came up here to talk about was the safety issue. From the fire side, getting emergency vehicles in there is quite easy. We come down, we have gate keys, we've recently purchased a UTV, we can get in there faster and better than ever now. The biggest part about that I see about this for the fire is that we know where they are now. Like Duncan, I grew up out in the county, in the creek banks, riding, banging around. Nobody knew where I was. I was lost, right? But we've spent a lot of time in that area looking for bonfires, looking for injured riders. In fact, I've been to court over one, the person that was hurt. But finding them was the issue. And that time is very important. If we can get in there, find them quicker, then we can get them out. We know where they are, we have the equipment, we have the access, we can do it very quick. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. Thank you.
I just, before you start, I'm going to give you your full time. We're at 8:10. The meeting's going to end at 8:30. What we'll do at 8:30 is there'll still be the opportunity for smaller group discussion, which I think there's a lot of people who would probably appreciate that more. So I know that the ward councillors will hang in and take information. We have staff who are here. That's what we're here for. So we will stop at 8:30. There might be some people who aren't going to get the opportunity to speak, depending on how many. At the same time, and I was going to say this at the end, and I'll even give you another minute.
That's okay. Mine's going to be short anyway.
At the end of this, when we end, we're going to start having discussions around how to engage people more actively in how this is going to happen. That's with a small group. Work can start, and we'll do that right afterwards. So we are going to end at 8:30 because it's important that we start on time, end on time in consultations, but we'll create another opportunity right afterwards for people to have their opinions heard. Sorry, that's what
I'm Sharon Dropco. Don't see me, I was crazy on the video. Anyways, I grew up down here. And I have a couple of concerns, and I hope the bikers can help me out. I'm not opposed to a bike park. I have grandchildren I want to go. What fears for me is because I've lived here so long and I've done the trails, you can ask anyone that walks the trails every single day like I do. This is what you do. Because they come by you so fast, you can't, like you're startled all the time. I've had to pull my grandchildren off in the wagon over because I can see them coming. And I will admit, there's so many nice ones because they nod. The ones that come up from the back scare them, you know, whatever. My fear is if this goes through, in that park, I take my children there, we feed the birds and everything. And what really bothers me is that I've had to pull them by the coat because they're just, like, I know they see us, but there's no bell, there's no warning that they're coming, and it's scary for people my age and young children. Another thing that bothers me is that they keep talking about this is for the children. They're going to have the bike skill part for the children, teach them. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'd like this information, I've requested this information. There's going to be a bike club, which you have to pay to join in our park. I know it's a club.
I haven't heard anything like
Honest to
that.
God, this is what I've got written down here. I've heard them say you can become a member of the club, the bike club.
Oh, I think what you're referencing is like they did, it's called Sprock Kids. And there are actual safety training programs that are being done right now. And I think, maybe you can explain a little bit better, but they run programs for the last couple of years that
Okay, see, this is the information we would like to hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
That we
Sure,
don't get.
so I'll touch on that really quickly. Again, it's a public park, okay, so you do not have to be a member of the club in order to enjoy the park. And I think Mayor Friel is absolutely right. You probably were referencing a reading. Join the Straw Kids Youth Program, which I lead, which is for ages right now 6 to 12, roughly. That's on Tuesday nights throughout the summer. I lead that. We teach them biking skills, essentially. So there is a cost associated with that because there's insurance and overhead and things of that nature. So if you want the kids to join the program with certified instructors and whatnot, then yes, there's
Okay, Duncan, are they children that live in this neighborhood? Are they allowed to go to that park, go in and use those trails
Absolutely.
for no fee?
absolutely.
it's public park.
Public park.
Okay, see, this is the thing though, I would get in trouble because none of this is related to people. They just think it's for the bike club and the bike club only. And you keep insisting that it's for the children. And I'm glad that this is something they can go to if in fact this goes through.
Absolutely.
So we need more information on exactly what we're going to get if that happens.
That's our responsibility at this stage. And we're absolutely, everybody's in agreement, both the bike club and the city, that honest to God,